Springtime is here. Things are heating up outside. Things are heating up in Southern States Wrestling. We're hot off the heels of the 22nd Anniversary Spectacular Weekend. Hello, everybody. It's your old friend here, Beau James. As you can see, I'm ready for my Chicago Cubs to take the field soon. Me and Misty are going to Atlanta to see them here opening week. I'm excited about that, but I'm excited about what's going on in Southern States Wrestling. Right off the bat here, I'm going to update you. Southern States Heavyweight Champion Eric Darkstorm made it through the 22nd Anniversary Spectacular Weekend with two big victories. Mount Carmel on the first night, Lance Erickson won the Battle Royal, got his shot at Eric Darkstorm, and Darkstorm was able to walk out there with the title. Night 2 in Elizabethton, Powerhouse Ray Otto won the Battle Royal, eliminating Lance Erickson, and got a shot at the title, and Eric Darkstorm walked out of there once again the heavyweight champion. New Tennessee heavyweight champion, I'm going to bring you up to date on that here a little bit later in the program because it's something unique, something that I've never dealt with in 25 years, almost full 25 years of professional wrestling. But things have been heating up. Southern States Wrestling's here to stay. All these rumors going around, people saying we're closed down, we're this and that. Hey, we're just getting started. The new era's here. Eric Darkstorm, Jake Booth, DeAndre Jackson. All these young up-and-comers, all this great talent we're producing right here in Southern States Wrestling. Things are just getting started. But what we're going to do today, we're going to take a look back through 22 years of history. We're going to look at some of the people that Southern States Wrestling brought right here to this part of the country, brought right here to the Mountain Empire. And we're going to kick the program off with a homegrown hero here, a Hall of Famer in Southern States Wrestling, the guy from just down the road in Springfield, Tennessee. I'm talking about the wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers, as he takes on Sabu with his manager, Bill Alfonso, from a Southern States Wrestling event, 2001. Right here it is. Let's go to the footage right now.
yourself that Sabu stuff. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
There you saw some of the wild action when Tracy Smothers, the wild-eyed Southern boy, battled Sabu in Kingsport a few years back. You know, every day it seems that somebody asks me, where's Tracy Smothers? What's he doing now? What's happening? Well, he's got other business investments going on right now. He's up in Indiana. He keeps in touch with Southern States Wrestling by Facebook and Blip TV and YouTube, what's going on. He says, tell everybody hello. Thank you for the well wishes. And you never know when Tracy Smothers is going to show up right here in Southern States Wrestling, make a homecoming back here to East Tennessee. Now, we're getting ready to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to update you on the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. We're going to see some more classic footage, and I'm going to tell you where you can see the stars of Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour live in a town near you. Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee, invite you to Easter services. Palm Sunday, March the 24th, 10:30 a.m. Easter musical, My Chains Are Gone. And Easter Sunday, March the 31st, 10:30 a.m. Celebrate the resurrection. All Easter Sunday visitors will receive a free family portrait. Nursery provided for all services. Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. Regular schedule of services. Sunday, 9:15 a.m. for Bible study fellowship class for all ages. 10:30 a.m. worship. 6 p.m. blast for children, wake for youth. Sunday night life for adults. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. children and youth activities. 3D Bible study for adults. Don't forget Palm Sunday, 10:30 a.m. and Easter Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Special services. The 2,000-year-old story that can change your life today. The tradition, the legends, the stars of years gone by. Relive the memories. Learn the history. Southern States Wrestling. Classic television. On demand. Watch full-length episodes of Southern States Wrestling from the vault. Blip.tv. /classic-SSW-TV. Over 20 years of footage. Southern States Wrestling. Classic televisions on demand. Catch the stars of the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour when they come to a town near you. Saturday night, April the 27th. A very special card for wrestling legend Joyce Grable, Blue Ridge, Georgia, at the high school. Friday, April the 26th, VFW Hall, Elizabethton, Tennessee, an all-star card featuring all the top stars of Southern States Wrestling. Saturday, April the 13th, the Volunteer Fire Hall in Atkins, Virginia, an all-star card. Stan Lee, Beau and Misty James, Jake Booth. Friday night, April the 12th, Armed Forces Center Armory, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, just 1.7 miles west of the old Kingsport Armory. It's the Spring Fling this Sunday, March the 24th, 3 p.m., Cherokee, North Carolina at the fairgrounds. KC Thunder, The Barbarian, Rock and Roll Express Ricky Morton, Beau and Misty James, Jake Booth, and a whole lot more. Don't forget, Southern States Wrestling Spring Fling 2013 is coming. Friday night, April the 12th. Armed Forces Center Armory, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Catch the stars of Southern States Wrestling when they come to a town near you. Be there. There you saw where you can see the stars of Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour in a town near you around the Mountain Empire, and I'm so excited about all these Virginia towns we got coming up. Elizabethton coming up, Mount Carmel coming back there, but also want to add this Saturday night, the 23rd of March, this Saturday night, 2013, a huge fundraiser for a family that lost a loved one to cancer. Creston, North Carolina, Riverview Community Center is just outside of Mountain City, Tennessee. I'm going to be there. Jake Booth's going to be there. Misty James is going to be there. Come by, say hello to us. We'll be there early to meet and greet everybody. Now let's talk about the Tennessee heavyweight title. I told you earlier in the program, 25 years of dealing with wrestling, I had never come across these excuses that I'm getting ready to tell you. But first I want to tell you what happened. Friday night in Mount Carmel, Nick Hammond's defending the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship against former champion DeAndre Jackson. First in the Battle Royal, when DeAndre went after Nick Hammonds, he threw himself over the top rope and ran out of the building. Just ran out the front door to get away from DeAndre Jackson. Later in the night, in their singles match for the Tennessee Heavyweight title, DeAndre Jackson took the fight to Nick Hammonds, and when he had the best of Nick, Nick found an opening, rolled out of the ring, and just ran away again. Just left. He didn't stick around to fight. He didn't stick around to take what was coming to him for what he had did to DeAndre Jackson before. He just ran out of the building the second time. He had a scheduled title defense Saturday night in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Matchmakers Al Bass and Mac McMurray told him what he did Friday night was unbecoming of a champion, that he better be on his P's and Q's when he comes to Elizabethton, Tennessee. An hour and a half before bell time, he sends a text message saying he has no ride to get to Elizabethton. He can't come to defend his title. He was then informed that someone will come pick him up and make sure he gets there to Elizabethton, Tennessee. 25 years, I've heard every excuse, I thought. But here's the excuse that I got back. Man, it ain't going to happen. I've not even had time to wash my gear. So he missed a Tennessee title match because his gear was dirty. I texted Al Bass and Mac McMurray, told them what was going on. They made a decision right then and there. He is not fit to be the Tennessee Heavyweight Champion. If he's going to miss defenses, he's going to run out like a coward when DeAndre Jackson comes after him to take the Tennessee Heavyweight belt off of him. That's exactly what happened. Donnie Brandon ringside, myself, we drew names from the hat. First two names drawn out would go in the ring and wrestle for the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. Scott Sterling's name was drawn with James McCone. They went to the ring. And then the second name drawn was Jake Booth, and Jake went to the ring, give 110%, and he walked out of Elizabethton, Tennessee with the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. We're going to hear from Jake in just a few minutes. We're going to hear about a big match coming up the 12th of April in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. A lot of stuff's happening. Stay tuned to hear from Jake Booth.
Last Saturday night in Elizabethton, Tennessee, I was just as surprised as everybody else was to hear my name. I didn't see it coming at all. I was facing against Scott Sterling, who's held this title numerous amount of times and who's done a number on me numerous amount of times. But that Saturday night, the crowd was 100% behind me, and I gave it all I had, and I come out with the victory. April the 12th, Mac McMurray's working on an opponent for me, a top contender in the area, and I hope to make you guys proud, and I hope to make all Tennessee proud, and I hope to make my family proud that night, and I hope to see you guys then.
There you heard from the Tennessee heavyweight champion Jake Booth, who's already made our family proud. He walked out there with a big upset in the Tennessee title. We talked about Scott Sterling, showed you a little bit of Scott beforehand as the Tennessee champion. And, you know, he's gunning for that title. He's one half of the tag team champions, but he loves that title. He considers that to be his title itself there, the Tennessee heavyweight title. What I want to do right now, we've talked about Scott Sterling. Let's talk about Frank Parker, his tag team partner. They are the Southern States Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Other than myself and the Death Riders, they're the longest tenure here in Southern States Wrestling. And I want to do something we may start doing here on the Power Half Hour more often then and now. Let's take a look at Scott Sterling and Frank Parker then. Let's take a look at them now. Right here with some classic footage.
There, we were going over that contract. All of a sudden, I look up and the match is over. I don't know what happened.
I've never seen a match go as fast, especially with somebody that just had a heart attack 30 days ago.
I don't understand it. I honestly don't. I don't know why.
I tell you what, I believe Wayne Rogers is letting me on this.
These are the regulators. Good arm bar and twist by Sterling.
Regulator Stone there, I tell you what, he's a big old boy too.
Oh yeah, he certainly is.
Scott Sterling really working on Regulator Stone.
Well, you know, these young guns are former Rookie of the Year tag team with the Southern States Wrestling Organization. And
It's not hard to see.
No, it isn't, and I think their day has come. We may see new champions tonight.
These regulators are tough, and those rabbit punches to the back of the neck.
Hey, we got a tag. Scott Sterling in.
Scott Sterling now working over regulator number 1. Big forearm there.
Yep, it looks like he's got the big man down now. Let's see what he can do with
He
it.
needs to keep him down on that mountain. Headbutt. That staggered both men.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to see him take...
Grasp, especially if you underestimate your opponent. Now, I don't think that Scott Sterling has ever stepped in the ring with Alex Averinos ever, and that could prove to be a downfall for him because he's not scouted him out as far as I know, because I heard James McConey in the back saying, hey, we ain't going to worry about this guy. He's not our problem right now. Beau James is in our sight. So that tells me that he has overlooked this young guy. Quite possibly Scott Sterling's shoulder's going to go down. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's a tremendous mistake if they have underestimated Alex Averinos, because he is a tremendous young competitor, as he's showing already in this matchup here. Sterling now, raking and digging at the eyes and facial features of Averinos, as he knows he's in the ring with a veteran that'll fight and do anything necessary. And McCone now with a slap to the face of Averinos as well. You know, these guys, they know they've got a young lion
around the waist of my man. And as you can see right here, Averinos now was able to break that, but he caught a knee right to the midsection. And just a wily veteran there with Scott Sterling.
Absolutely right. That veteran experience pays off oftentimes against these young rookies, as sometimes that little bit slower, a little bit more methodical pace can often pay off for you in the long run. And again, McCone making himself known in this matchup, interfering in the matchup, as he always does, is so unnecessary. You know, I don't think he can help himself. He's at ringside. He's got to stick his nose in there. Averinos right there rolls out of the way, and now's his time to shine. This is his opportunity right here. Caught his man. He went back to the fundamentals right there with a deep arm drag takeover, as Averinos brings him up. As Sterling, again, that veteran experience, uses the thumb to the eye, Michael.
Well, he caught Scott Sterling with an arm drag there. It certainly didn't look pretty right here on our monitors, but nonetheless, he got him over, and that irritated Scott Sterling, because he says, hey, you can't do that to me. Thumbed him right now, and he just caught him with a swinging neck breaker there, and that could be all she wrote for Averinos here. 1, 2, 3, and it is.
Are you looking to keep up with Southern States Wrestling? Are you curious on what's going on in the wrestling careers of Beau and Misty James? Are you looking for DVDs of Southern States Wrestling events? How about the 2 published books by the King of Kingsport himself? Find it all at kingofkingsport.com. That's kingofkingsport.com. Your one stop for all the news, rumors, and updates on Southern States Wrestling and the dynamic James Duo. kingofkingsport.com.
2013.
This is the first time ever in 23 years that the Legend Award is a dual award. It's going to two people instead of one person. And these two people, I don't know what to say. I met them 3 or 4 years ago when they first joined. I just fell in love with them the first time I sat down at the table to talk to them and hear their stories. They're young, but you'd think they'd been in the business 60, 70 years. One of them even wrote a book and is working on another one. I guess I've already let it out. Our legend for 2013. I don't know how he got a hold of her. But Beau and Mr. James, where are you at? Look at this. Where did you get up? Where did you find her at? She chased you for years. Well, y'all tell us where y'all found each other at. We'll let you do the talking instead of him for a change.
First of all, I'm going to say this is a great honor. And I owe it to all those ladies sitting right there. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be this business. Those ladies right there. I met this gentleman back in 1993. I was 13 years old. He was 5 years older than me. But I fell in love with him the first time I saw him. And ever since then, I've been... I really don't know what to say. I'm speechless because I'm shaking. I mean, it's a great honor. You guys really don't understand how honored this is. To be with all these wonderful people, this great big family. It's amazing. I just wish the business now was like it. I really do.
It's humbling to be here, like Bobby said and everybody else said. We're all fans of somebody else in this room, and I'm a fan of everybody in here. Thank you all very, very much. This is a big surprise. Thank you.
These two, I swear, they work 2 or 3 days a week, every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all over the country. It's amazing the way the business is structured these days and times. But Beau and Misty work every weekend. Well, y'all do about 160, 180 days a year, at least. No doubt about it.
There you saw the award presentation to myself and Misty in Mobile, Alabama, the Gulf Coast Wrestlers Reunion, something given to us by our heroes, by our peers, by people that we look up to and respect, and it was a special memory there. Percy Pringle, that was his last public appearance there at the Gulf Coast Wrestlers Reunion. Treasured moment for us. People have been asking about it. They've seen it on YouTube, but we're going to show it again here on the Power Half Hour, and there you saw it. We are so honored, so humbled to be presented that award by the people that we look up to, like I said. It's been a great day here on Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. We've took a look back through 22 years of history. A lot of people that's been here, a lot of guys that are still here. We heard from the brand new Tennessee heavyweight champion. A lot of people say he's the future of Southern States Wrestling. And we're going to leave you here today with one last classic match. KC Thunder and myself take on Jimmy Golden, Robert Fuller from Kingsport 10 years ago this May. It was a big night for us. Family against family. The stud stable against the first family, the wrestling dynasty here, the James family. It was an all-out war. Enjoy it. We'll see you right here next week. Matches for the 22nd anniversary weekend. All kinds of news coming up in April about the big events happening here. And you can become a professional wrestler featured right here on the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. Find all that out right here next week. God bless each and every one of you.
Oh, I tell you what, Joe, it's breaking loose. The Tennessee Stud Stable, Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller in the ring. Fuller's manner to win in. He saw the Tennessee Stud on KC Thunder, and man, he is hot.
No doubt about that. Robert Fuller in here taking care of business. He's gone right after KC Thunder and that Tennessee stud jacket that he, or ring robe that he's so proudly displaying. Jimmy Golden and Beau James have hooked it up. Oh, Jimmy just threw him through the door on the far side of the Civic Auditorium. Robert Fuller is ripping that robe to absolute shreds. He's ripped it off of KC and proceeding to beat KC up with the robe. Basically, long-term wrestlers that has been here in Southern States Wrestling for years. No question of KC's ability, no question of his credentials as well. And Beau James in with a cheap shot right there on Jimmy Golden. But, you know, KC by no means is a pushover. And it just goes to show the veteran experience of Golden and Fuller in order to be able to handle Thunder the way they were earlier in the matchup. Now, KC's able to maintain an advantage with this front face lock as a result of Beau James's interference. He hit him with something. I don't know what he hit Golden with, but I near about guarantee it was a foreign object in order to drop Golden like he did.
I'll tell you one thing, Robert Fuller, you probably heard him, Joe. He hollered out to Beau. He said, "What'd you do to him? What did you do to Jimmy?"
Jimmy is definitely busted open at this point. The top of his head is lacerated at this point in time. It was obviously from a foreign object Beau James hit him with earlier. Now Beau going right into work on that head with a series of shots repeatedly going right to the head of Golden as Jimmy Golden's busted open. We got a 2 count right there. Eric Foster, the official for this contest here, coming to you the 4th annual Mark Curtis Memorial and Legends Reunion as Beau James is viciously there for a moment as Jimmy Golden just landed a shot right there. Beau James rocking and reeling from that. Tags made! Tags made! Here comes the Tennessee stud firing in them right hands as Beau James has found himself in trouble right away as the Tennessee stud taking care of business on KC Thunder as well as Fuller now cleaning house all the way around. He's landed a couple shots on James, couple shots on Thunder as Fuller now with a series of hard right hands to the top of the head of Beau James as Fuller is getting that revenge. He's exacting that revenge that he's come for, and Beau James has been lacerated at this point in time as Robert Fuller is showing him how to throw some hard shots to the top of the head.
Robert Fuller said a while ago, he told referee Eric Foster, he said, "I'm going to get in there one way or the other. I'm getting in that ring." Now he's got the Duke. He's got the sleeper hold, Joe. The Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller, is got the Duke, and he's putting him out, but Beau James has got the ether can.
Beau James with the ether, God, it's choking me to death even back here, the smell of it. He's got it on Golden, and the referee didn't see it and got the 3 count.